All right. Should be good here in just a moment. There's one away. Martinez up now. Oh, shit. I forgot. Bailey's all out. Uh, do, 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 do. 0-1 count here on. Oh, it's Lane Thomas, newest member of the Guardians. Former Nationals legend. There we go. Much better. All right, get my play back up. Ball one. One deuce to Thomas. Two away now as they get Thomas swinging. Or well, Thomas strikes out. What's up, Tom? What's up, Fernando? Well, the Tigers have lost games this year, so make sure you guys drop some likes, help out the channel, get some more people in here. Ball one to Jose Ramirez. Yeah, he traded away quite a package for Kikuchi. Loperfido and that pitcher. But I mean, Loperfido is a little older. The pitcher is a little older as well, so maybe not as bad. High K rate on Loperfido. Good defensively. And they get Ramirez to fly out. Nice inning by Holton. His dominance over the Guardians continues. Vierling, Keith, and Malloy do up. Then Perez, Madras, Ibanez, Urshela, McKinstry, Rogers. Ugh. Terrible little lineup. But Vierling, Keith, and Malloy do up. Let's hope we can get some outs. There's some hits. Yeah, he's playing today. He's ready to go. We head to the bottom of the first. Got to sit through a little commercial break, though. Quite all right. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like on the stream yet, consider doing so. Helps out the channel, gets more people in here, makes it do a little bit better overall. Helps me out, gives me $1 million. Not you guys, but I get the $1 million. You like the Kelly trade? Yeah, he's a decent bat. And a pretty solid catcher. I think a lot of the Tigers' good catching duo is mainly Jake Rogers, but Carson Kelly wasn't bad. Yeah, he's a backup. Yeah, I would imagine Canis probably not playing for the trade situation. He's been involved in rumors. Sucks that Gio fell apart at the plate, or else we probably could have traded him too. It is funny to think though that the Tigers are we're just waiting for this Flaherty trade or 6 o'clock to go by and we have all our people still. It's like, come on, 6 o'clock. Yeah, Kelly will probably play like day games after night games. Every 2-3 games. Oh boy, the clouds do not look promising at Comerica. Looks like it's due to rain at any minute there. Ball one to Vierling. But who knows? Maybe they'll get the game in. 2-0. It's like the clouds in front of the stadium look great. And then if they show the other angle, everything's dark and ominous. Yeah, the Tigers aren't really in a playoff consideration. Unless they get like a really hot end of the year and a couple other teams fall apart in September. They just can't stay healthy. Really, that's been one of the Tigers' biggest issues is they just, as a team, they can't seem to stay healthy. So hard to win a lot of games when you can't keep yourself upright. 2-2 on Vierling. Williams, the pitcher. Who knows? Maybe this game goes well for Detroit. And fouled away. It's 2-2 still. Hopefully Vierling can get himself a nice piece of hitting going. No, he strikes out one away. Yankees offense is getting hot. Yeah, picking up Chisholm really helped. Old Jazz. Yeah, why is the offense been bad? Wonder why. One sec. Yankees, yeah, they could go far. Now I have a question, Tom. You're keeping up with the Royals at all, right? Like they're a good young team, solid team, right? 0-2. Well, not really a young team. They have a young player who's a probable MVP candidate in Bobby Witt Jr., right? If the Royals lost Bobby Witt Jr., do you think their offense would still look good? Or do you think it would struggle a lot? He's their best player, their best hitter. You know what I mean? He sets the tone, gets the offense going, kind of picks them up in bad moments. Has a lot of clutch hitting going on. Yeah, they'd struggle, right? They'd be terrible. So when you say that it's not really injuries hurting the Tigers when they're out of their best hitter in Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, their best young power hitter, when two of your best bats in a lineup of all rookies and very young hitters are missing, your offense is going to become anemic. The power is gone from Carpenter, and Riley Green has emerged as a superstar for this team, and he's been injured for about 2 weeks now. Which is, you could chart our offense. Everything was going really good when Riley was healthy. He got hurt, and this is what happened. We were one of the hottest offenses in baseball just before the All-Star break. Riley Green got hurt just before the All-Star break with his hamstring. And we haven't really recovered since. The Cubs trading for Paredes? I have no idea why they did that. It's a good move. Lane Thomas struck out. So, yeah, it's a couple injuries can really impact a baseball team. Especially, again, when it's your best hitter and your best power hitter in Carpenter. And we also lost Torkelson because we keep screwing up that development path for him, right? Having him try to be an all over the field hitter. By the way, it's 2-0 with 2 outs from Malloy. Hey, good job taking the under. Holton doesn't give up runs, and Detroit doesn't score usually for 3-4 innings. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. Or top of the second, sorry. Naylor, Martinez, and Jimenez. What's funny is we could very easily see a trade for Flaherty to the Guardians. Now that we don't play them again this year, they're a team we could trade him to. And according to somebody I know who knows people, there is a very large name attached to this trade who's maybe batting this inning. That could be the holdup for the trade. Could be the guy batting first. Maybe that's what I've been hearing from someone who's in the know. Or from somebody who knows somebody that is like in a prominent position with the Guardians and may have like some insider info. Yeah, I think Cleveland too. And I wouldn't be shocked if like a stunning name is traded to the Tigers in response. Quan batted in the first inning, not this inning, and he's not leading off the inning. The rumor is Josh Naylor is who the Tigers are hard scoping in the trade with Cleveland. They want him bad, and like maybe we'll be extending him. He's 26, 27 years old, has a year of control left. Tigers desperately need a bat like that. Manzardo is a first baseman, and that's like one of their top prospects, and he's pretty much ready to go. They're not going to be extending Naylor. Well, you have to kind of look at it as Manzardo looks like he's ready to go. They're not going to be extending him, and they need pitching badly. I don't know. It's one of them things where it'd be an interesting move, but I don't know. Yeah, that's an off-season move, I feel like, for the Guardians, not an in-season move. You know what I mean? Need a player to take for Dinger Tuesday. I mean, Judge is a pretty safe bet. Yeah, but I don't think because of Manzardo, I think they're trading him or they're going to move on from him in the offseason. No disrespect to Naylor, but he's mainly just a power guy, right? Manzardo's probably going to be a better overall MLB player. And Cleveland doesn't need a million more left-handed at bat. You know what I mean? Even though I think Manzardo's also left-handed. 2-1 to Naylor. But it's interesting. That could be something to keep an eye on. Not that it'll happen. I personally don't think that it... By the way, those should have been called strikes. Those are some bullshit-ass balls. Not that the Tigers would have been a playoff team if they had... Hey, there we go, one away. If they had been able to keep their guys. Oh, I gotta... Oh, let me mute this real quick. Wrong number, sorry. I'm all good now. The number was a local number, so I was like, who the hell is this? Maybe. Could be a Yankee. Apparently the Yankees are very interested still. And apparently the Yankees are... Nestor Cortez is apparently available in a trade with the Yankees right now, so I could imagine the Tigers going after a prospect or two and grabbing a Nestor Cortez from the Yankees. Because apparently if the Yankees said they're able to get Flaherty, they are moving Nestor Cortez. So, I mean, that could be part of the trade where the Tigers get a pretty decent young pitcher with their pitching staff could really get going well. Tigers are also very, they develop pitchers well. So getting a pitcher that has a lot of potential and young, obvious talent that just can't get it all together, that'd be a good move for Detroit. 1-1. Crochet is super. Yeah, Flaherty's also... There's a bidding war for Flaherty, which is also why I think if you offer up a Josh Naylor, if you're Cleveland, you win the war. That's all you got to offer too, by the way. It's a 1-for-1 trade. You give the Tigers fucking Naylor, you guys get Flaherty, everybody's... At least Detroit's happy. Jimenez gets a hit with 2 out. Why aren't the pitches showing up? Anyway, 1 on, 2 out here. First hit of the game. But yeah, there's a small little brewer or bidding war going on for Jack. We'll see how it ends up playing. But yeah, I don't know about teams going after what's his name? Scooball. I think Scooball's asking price is too high. I don't know if you'd want Crochet. And they get another hit. Uh-oh. Schneeman up now with runners at probably first and third with 2 out. Here, Schneeman. Hopefully we can get out of this inning. Well, someone's probably going to overpay and panic. The only problem with Crochet is he wants a contract to pitch into the playoffs, so he wants more money. And he's at one of them situations because this, I think, is his first or second year as a pitcher. He's blown past like where you'd probably want to have him on innings watch. So you're also going to get a guy you're going to be a little bit restrictive on innings with Crochet. So you got two kind of complex scenarios with him going on. Freeman's still second, not really a surprise. We get some good pitching here so we don't give up 2 runs. Swinging strike, 1-1 now. Cleveland's got BABIP devil magic this inning, though. They might score. 2-1. Gotta throw strikes. Not gonna be able to win the game if you're throwing balls. 2-1. Two. Nice pitch. Swung through it. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. I was mentioning it earlier about how using him and the Royals as an example of like why the Tigers offense hasn't been good this year and they've been dealing with injuries all year. Oh yeah, there we go. Good job by Holton. Way to hold. Holton. Holton's holding. God, he's so good. God, man, he's so fucking good. Perez, Madras, and Ibanez do appear in the bottom of the second. If we didn't have to use him so much, he'd be so fucking. His numbers would be so much better. Perez, Madras. Oh, it's Mr. Blight Mattress and Ibanez. Let's see if we can do something. Fingers crossed, right? This Royals team has 2021 Chicago White Sox written all over it. Like they're going to be good this year and then immediately collapse in on themselves next year. Because again, a lot of the way that team is set up, it's Bobby Witt Jr. doing all the work with Salvador Perez carrying some load. And sort of Michael Massey with sometimes Vinny Pask. It's mainly two guys with Perez sometimes helping when he's getting old and it's starting to show a little bit. With Vinny Pasquantino and Bobby Witt. The majority of the other 5, 6, 7 guys they regularly cycle through, they're guys whose careers are defined by a 1 game a week where they hit the ball like 3 out of 4 times. And they've been pitching out of their minds all year. It's just not something that sustains year to year to year. Again, the White Sox were kind of a similar situation, right? Where they were built around Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert, and sort of Tim Anderson. You know what I mean? And then a bunch of guys who sometimes, maybe once or twice a week, would have monster games. And that kind of carried the White Sox to 93 wins in 2021? Ball 1. And then the quick decline because, again, you're kind of expecting guys to sustain MVP performances through their entire careers. Robert Jr. and Jimenez couldn't. And with the Royals, it's really just Bobby Witt with sometimes Vinny Pasquantino rising to a big level. They have less even good long-term players than the White Sox did. And the White Sox had Dylan Cease. They had a whole slew of pitchers in 2021. Very similar teams. You know, it's funny. The Royals front office is comprised, I think, of a ton of White Sox guys from that 2021 front office. And the ironic part is the current White Sox front office is like the entire Royals front office from a couple years ago. Perez strikes out, one away. Here's Madras. Yeah, well, the Rays losing Wander Franco ruined that team's direction. They had built the team pretty much primarily around Wander Franco, and they had just a minor problem with Wander Franco. That was that was pretty funny. 0-1. Yeah, it's a large number of dudes, at least one or two guys from either front off. It's enough to where it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And Madras has himself another single. Hey, this guy's been hitting the ball a lot. Light Mattress strikes again. Best player in the American League Central. Did you ask who the Tigers? Someone asked who the Tigers' rivals were. Was that you, Tom? Theoretically, Cleveland. The White Sox are probably our two rivals in the American League Central. Now, overall, the Tigers' rivals are the Pirates, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the St. Louis Cardinals. Those are our three actual rivals. With it's either the Pirates or the Blue Jays is our biggest stops. Probably the Blue Jays. Fuck them dudes. Because you have to remember, until like 2000 or like the late 90s, the Tigers were in the American League East, playing with like the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Blue Jays. They played the Pirates a lot. No, he's in AAA. Hopefully that's not a double play. Not really sure why Andy's playing today. That's just one. Here's Urshela. Yeah, the Twins just aren't really our rival, though. You know what I mean? Like, games versus the fucking Blue Jays feel like there's more animosity than games against other teams. I don't hate the team. I hate their fan base. There's a substantive difference. I don't care about the Royals. It's a garbage ass baseball team. 99% of my life they've sucked, except for one, maybe 2 years, and kind of this year. You got to understand. I don't hate them. I hate their fans because they're very obnoxious. No, the Tigers don't really. We're too new to the division to have real rivals. The only ones that have kind of emerged are the White Sox and the Guardians, and mainly Cleveland because it's Ohio. Like if we were in the NL Central, we'd be rivals with the Reds in a similar fashion. Well, we'd also have the Pirates, so we'd have our blood feud. There we go. But the truth is, though, our rival is the Blue Jays, I believe. I think if you look it up, who is the Detroit Tigers' biggest rival, I'm pretty sure it'd say Toronto. No, Royals fans are just fucking obnoxious, dude. They're just generally don't know anything about baseball. It said White Sox. Yeah, that's because it's the division. Hold on, let me pull something up. Urshela's gonna probably get out, so I'm not really concerned. Yeah, I don't really care about that. See, this is more correct. This just happened. Like, this is something that's not real, This makes sense because it is Chicago, Detroit, 1901. I would argue it's more the Blue Jays, though. Yeah, I did say the White Sox probably too, though. Hey, first and third, Urshela picks up a hit. I hate the time argument. You know what I mean? I hate when it says like, well, they played each other for a long time. Yeah, so the Tigers have also been around the same amount of time as the Yankees. We're not rivals with the fucking Yankees. We've been playing the Yankees the whole time too. Fucking Red Sox have been around just about as long as we've been. It's like not, you know what I mean? Like there's like a, I don't know. I feel like it's still the Blue Jays. Like there was blood feuds in the 80s between these two teams. Detroit and Chicago just, natural city closeness. Fair. 0-2. Technically, because we've been playing. It's a weak argument. It's just because the Blue Jays aren't that old. It's fucking bullshit. And they tried to sneak the Twins in there because the Twins were the only other good team in the AL Central for a few years. And I guess in the 2010s, we did play Minnesota a lot for division supremacy. Back when Cleveland couldn't win no games, Chicago was a fucking butt fucker, awful team. Kansas City was literally winning 50 games a year for like 10 straight years. Yeah, I know. Well, the Tigers used to be in the same division as the Blue Jays. And they also were fighting for like the division or the AL supremacy for in the 80s and throughout the 90s, and then the Tigers sucked. Hedges, Quan, and Thomas. They traded players around. It was a whole thing. Plus, like they're really close proximity wise. Um, they basically play right across the Windsor River. Red Sox got a reliever. Nice. Anyway, Tigers failed to score there. It'll be Hedges, Quan, and Thomas. Hopefully, we get Thomas out again. I can't remember what he did against us when we played Washington, but I think we had him under control. Do 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 do. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like on the stream, consider doing so. Helps us out a ton. Top of the third, it's a commercial break. Should be over in seconds. What's up, Derocha? So far, I think I've been right about the scoop ball trade. It's not going to happen, but we've still got a few hours left. I'll probably make a video for whatever trade the Tigers do make if it doesn't happen while we're live. Yeah, he got traded mid-game. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I've always wondered if a player gets traded to a team that they're playing, can they just like go switch dugouts? Do you just have to like get up and then like grab all your stuff from like the bench and then go over to the other bench for the rest of the game? Because I mean, you can't play in that game yet. But like, is that how that's handled? Are you allowed to just get up and go hang out? Be like, hey guys, ignore the threads. You guys got a jacket and a hat I could borrow? Hey, let's hope your money's well spent, Fernando. It's 2-0 from Holton. He's back out to work for at least the third, or at least a batter anyway. Let's not walk Hedges. Let's just throw him strikes. He's not really that dangerous. Hey, there you go. That's how you deal with him. Trust me, you can just throw Hedges strikes. Often he doesn't hit them. He's like Javi Baez. Seems like the better the pitch to hit is, the worse he can do. I mean, just throw strikes. So you know what our problem is in Detroit? The Tigers pitchers try to be really cute with these fucking bad hitters, and it consistently comes back to bite them. 2-2 though. Like if they were to just go right after some of these dudes like that, like those final 3 pitches, it's storming now. It looks like it's coming down. God damn it! This game's probably going to be postponed or delayed. Anyway, 1 away for Quan. 0-0 score, top of the 3rd. Not yet, anyway. They're still playing. It's just the weather in Michigan is kind of rainy, and it looked like it was going to pour at some point in that game. I don't know how much it's supposed to stay, though, so we'll see. Rain in Michigan in the summer tends to last for like fucking 20 minutes. 2 away. It's like a weird version of Florida where it'll rain hard as fuck, but like not for too long. Lane Thomas is going to get a new pitcher brought in. Well, they're still playing, so I don't know. Some people aren't really being moved out of their their spots. Some people don't give a fuck. Doesn't look like it's raining hard. Alex Faedo will come in to pitch here in the top of the 3rd with 2 away. Tigers go into the bullpen day. Holton yet again owns the Cleveland Guardians. You know, he has never given up a run to Cleveland. I don't think in like any capacity, an error scored, an unearned run. This dude just comes in, shits on Cleveland, and sits down. It's hilarious every time, dude. He's got to be the most demoralizing pitcher that Cleveland could see. They're probably like, fucking this guy. Why can't we hit him? I'm telling you, Holton has unbelievable numbers against this team. Sucks that we have to keep overusing all of our players, though, because we ain't got no starting pitchers left, I guess. Don't know what happened to Olsen, Montero. They're just gone. I mean, I could imagine with maybe Olsen, they have an innings restriction on the kid now. But I swear he hasn't pitched since the All-Star break. I just ain't seen him in a minute. Did he get hurt? And I just can't remember him being hurt. What he hurt? Oh yeah, he hurt his shoulder. That's right. Yeah, I forgot his shoulder got all bummed out. God damn it. Damn, we've thrown 52 and 2/3 innings pitched since the All-Star break. Rangers are at 46 in their 2nd. Guardians are at 43 and 2/3 at 3rd. White Sox and Marlins at 42 and 1/3 each at 4th and 5th. Yeesh. I wish I could see the Tigers win a World Series. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe one day. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember. So 2 on Thomas. Guess it's 1-2 as he misses a ball outside. Ooh. Lane Thomas traded over from Washington. Bats against Godado. Hopefully Faedo can get a big out here. Get us to the bottom half of the 3rd. See if we can get some offense going. Yeah. Tigers need another coach like Sparky these days. Inch ain't that guy, pal. Trust me. There we go. 2-2. 2-2 again. Foul ball. Get another deuce deuce coming up. How many times are you going to repeat that? Did quite a bit yesterday. Repeat what? That there's outs or what? Like, yeah, baseball is a pretty repetitive game, man. There's a lot of the same shit. Some people may not know Lane Johnson was traded to the Guardians. Some people may not have followed any of the news, suddenly are just watching their Cleveland Guardians or Tigers play, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Why is Lane Johnson on Cleveland? Wasn't he just on Washington? Lane Thomas. Yeah, Lane Thomas. Sorry. Some people may not know. After, if we were to play them again, I wouldn't mention that he was traded there, but the trade happened less than 24 hours ago. Like right when the game started last night. So, you know. Yeah, La Perfido. The only problem with La Perfido is, again, a bit of a higher strikeout rate. Other than that, he's really solid. Great defense. And then the pitcher is pretty good, too. Astros fans were really upset to lose those guys. So, Rogers, Fearling, and Keith. It's always good when you know you got a good set of players when the opposing team, the team that you traded with, is bummed the fuck out about who they lost. It's like, damn it. But you can't always fall for it, because Philly fans were really upset when they lost Nick Maton and Matt Vierling, mainly just because they liked them both. So you also got to kind of keep that into consideration too. It's like they may just really like those two guys. Yeah, decent prospect. Oh hell yeah, Jake Rogers last time hitting against these dude, he hit in the Parker that they gave a triple. Bad manager. One two. I've already gone over the Osmus stuff. I don't need to rehash that. 1-2. Yeah, no redeeming qualities. Bad manager. Glad he's not on my team no more. Veerling's up now as Rogers strikes out. Yeah, Tom, welcome to good pitching. Ball one. Shitty rainy game, good pitching. It's going to be a low scoring game. Yeah, that's sometimes what happens when pitching is good. That's what happens when pitching is good. Yeah, Bloss was the guy I think they're the most upset about, because he seems to be a solid pitcher. But losing a pitching prospect, I wouldn't be that upset about, because you just never know. Rogers to Baltimore. Isn't he the one with a brother named Taylor Rogers? And those guys have some of the craziest looking pitching styles. Like when they warm up together, it looks fucking crazy. 2 away as Veerling gets out. Now up is Colt Keith. Well, this game has not gone the Tigers' way. Pitching good though. Keeping ourselves in it. And that's the main point for the Tigers, is to just kind of stay in the game until the 5th or 6th inning when we can pop across runs. And then usually we're all good. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Helps the stream out, gets more people in here. I'd appreciate it. I don't know, Bryden. Yeah, Osmus cost us. Yeah. Still no trades from the dugout. 2-1 to Keith. I know on Thursday, if we still have Flaherty's pitching. And then if not, it's probably another fucking bullpen day. And that'll be a base hit for Colt Keith. Yeah, there we go. Tied up him. Everyone's evened up with 2 hits. 4 hours and 5 minutes to the trade deadline. Well, fucking 4 hours and 6 minutes specifically till the trade deadline. No, I don't think so. 2-0. Don't know why anyone would trade for Bo Brisky. Unless they just really wanted to cut him or something. But can we trade you for him? We fucking hate that guy. That'd be a hilarious reason to trade for someone. Like give up players and prospects just to cut a dude. Like, oh, thank God I got rid of that guy. I fucking hated him. Terrible. 1-1. The 1-2. I just wanted to create some hardship in his life. That's fine. He can sign with a new team. I don't care. No. And he probably won't be put on the 40-man this year. He'll be in AA and then probably end the year on AAA. Isn't Taylor and doesn't Trevor Rogers have a brother, like a twin brother named Taylor Rogers? They're like twins that look the exact same. Fraternal twins? Identical twins? Whatever one it is. Let's see now. Top of the 4th, it'll be Ramirez, Naylor, Martinez. Hell yeah, Tom, that's the way to do it. I'll trade for players I don't like just to cut them. I don't even care. Play on my team, shit. I actually don't go for players in fantasy football if I don't like them. With like fantasy, like if it comes down to like Aaron Rodgers or like Baker Mayfield, I'm probably gonna go Baker Mayfield. If I'm being real honest, I hate fantasy football enough to where I don't care. I never do, and I always finish very high because I'm good at football. Did they trade Norby for Rodgers? Damn, dude, we could have got so much if we traded Scooball from these idiots. It really cost them Norby to get fucking Trevor Rogers. They really needed relief work, huh? Good lord. But yeah, I refuse to root for players I don't like. On principle. I don't really fuck with Jets players. I'll use their defense though, because that's a good ass defense. I won't use their offense though. That's hilarious. Anyway, Faedo versus Ramirez. It's Ramirez, Naylor, and Martinez. Players with 300 average and 30 career home runs. George Brett, A-Rod, Rafael Palmeiro, and Jose Ramirez. Fucking hate all them guys. I'm surprised he's not getting traded. Or him or Bo Bichette. I'm surprised they haven't been traded, if I'm being honest. You guys must want way too much. Well, for Vladdy, actually, I more understand, but I'm surprised Bichette wasn't traded, to be honest. Might be an off-season move for Bichette coming, though. I don't see him sticking around in Toronto. Vladdy, maybe. I don't think he actually wants to leave. I'm pretty sure he'd be content with being a Blue Jay for forever. I was going to say, Bo gives off the energy. He'd rather just play for a good team that's winning games. And I don't even think he hates Toronto. I think it literally for Bo, Bichette comes down to, I'd really just rather be on a good team. Yeah, I mean, they probably aren't. You probably aren't interested in trading him, but if somebody calls and offers a good deal for a Bo Bichette, you probably take it. Especially when you're openly rebuilding like the Blue Jays are, and they want a fast rebuild. You can still trade him. 3-0. Again, Bo would probably be very happy being traded to a contending team. Because again, I don't think he cares about none of the small shit except I want to win baseball games. I don't really care what it takes, but I want to win games. It's a crazy workout in the bullpen. 3-0 on Naylor. Gets a strike across. It's 3-1. Got a battle back here against Josh Naylor, future Tiger. He's going to do bad on purpose today just so he can, just so the Tigers don't want him. He's like, I'll get out. I'm going to strike out here. Watch this shit. Yeah, you guys don't want me. I suck. What's up, John? How's it going, boss? Hopefully you're doing well. 3-2. He's fought back a little bit. Let's see if he can finish the at-bat. God damn, he's got crazy power, though. Oh, and he just homered. Damn. Yeah, we got to get this guy to Detroit. You know what I mean? Straight up just trade him for Flaherty. Why the fuck not? 23 home runs. He'd be the best player on our team. Maybe in the offseason we revisit this trade. Eric, what I'm saying is so much closer to reality than what you might be willing to believe. I'm sure you may have heard the rumors that the Tigers are interested in Josh Naylor for Jack Flaherty. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. Skubal, no. Flaherty, probably. I heard there's bidding wars going on for Flaherty, so or it's at least up to a 4-team race with the Yankees, the Indians, Guardians, Brewers, and I think there was someone else. But anyway, Guardians go up 1. And I think Mark Canha is going to be traded as well. That'll be the second out of the inning. Vladdy's longest tenured. That makes sense. Man, I remember watching Tebow play in the minor league and ended up taking a selfie with Pete Alonso. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it? I really thought Tebow was going to debut in an MLB game. I thought he like found his calling. The sad reality about Tim Tebow is if he would have quit playing football after high school and focused on baseball, he probably would have been a very good baseball player. To like quit playing for as long as he did, like right after high school and just pretty much as a junior, I think in high school, And then to come up and hit like, what was it, like 230 in the minors? It's like, goddamn, that's actually somewhat respectable. Yeah, is the fact that, yeah, he's like the greatest college football player of all time. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, it's one of them things where it's like, maybe if he'd gone to baseball after college directly. Yeah, the Indians, they could have kept that team name had they not shit their pants about the Wahoo situation for 30 plus years. Again, if you look into the Cleveland name situation, 90% of it has nothing to do with the name Indians and has everything to do with Chief Wahoo. Perez, Madras, and Ibanez. I'm telling you, if they'd have ditched Wahoo in the 2000s, we'd still have the Cleveland Indians. No one would care. No one would even think twice about the name. That fucking whatever the hell Chief Wahoo was really offended the fuck out of people. Like actual Native Americans, right? Not just like well, yeah, and also they just got tired of dealing with it. Do you know how long that had been the thing? Since the 70s, the Cleveland's been in a name controversy. Dude, it's literally the thing that killed the Cleveland Indians name. It's if they had ditched Wahoo in 2000, not even that long ago, the entire Native American groups that protested the team would have went, all right, we're good then. And they'd have backed off like this. All right, cool. You guys did what we wanted. Enjoy using the name. If you want a mascot, just talk to us. Copy what the Washington Redskins are doing. Use something like that. Because if they'd have just had like a fucking like a word tribe like picture sort of like the Redskins used to have, that would have been a perfectly fine thing. No one would have complained. Never. No, it would have been like, oh, cool, Cleveland's cool. But like again, they sort of fucked up with Wahoo. And the groups that were complaining were never going to stop because of it. Yeah, their logo was awesome. Well, James, it was literally just a racist cartoon character. Like it was supposed to just be making like what was the point of it? Why have a caricature? Why not just use a real like cool Native American? Like Native Americans have such fucking badass iconography. Why not just use that? Why use the weird shit? Why, like Washington had the right idea. They used that Wharton chief. No one ever complained about or complains about the Seminoles like logo they use. Just use that shit. Talk to people. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, you can bring back the name probably. You just don't bring back Wahoo. I'm telling you that's 99% of the problem with that name was the fucking old stupid logo they had that they couldn't just leave back in the 90s or some shit. 1-2. It's good the logo's gone. It sucks they had to lose the team name. That's the truth behind it all. It's good the logo's gone. But it sucks that they didn't really get rid of it in time before they finally wised up and got rid of it, but it was like Jesus Christ, you guys. 2-2. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good now, it looks like. Hopefully they don't have to postpone it. I don't know. I know a lot of Native American people. Most of them that here's how I know how the name stuff breaks down. Most of the natives I know, and it's quite a few, say that the Redskin stuff never really bothered them. Do you know what? They really did not like the Wahoo thing. They're like, listen, the name Indians is fine. All that other shit's fine. Wahoo really bothered a lot of people I personally know. That's probably what's going to happen, Brian. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's just one of them things where, like, literally nothing really bothered. Like, the Redskin stuff was silly to a lot of people I know. They were like, we don't even understand why they did that. Some Indians got red skins. Like the ones I know actually get like this weird reddish skin tone when they go out in the sun. Kind of like this, you know, they kind of get this weird, like I look kind of sunburnt all the time, right? It's actually I'm like in this weird thing where my skin turns this reddish color because my grandma's full-blooded native, my dad's half native. I'm probably some ridiculous amount Native American. So it's kind of one of them things where it's like uh, yeah, I don't it's just it was pretty weird to draw people like that. It's just like what Native Americans don't look like that. It's kind of like those like old Sambo faces. It's like why are they drawn like that? Why not just draw them normally? Or just do a war logo, like a cool like chief like the Redskins had. But that was a cool logo. 1-2 here on Madras. I'm hoping not, Jacob, but it's starting to come down pretty good. Brian said that they most likely will try to get through like 5 or 6 innings and call it, which is probably what'll happen. Because again, we don't play each other this year, so they kind of need to kind of finish this game out. Yeah, I was gonna say, and if anything, they may just delay it for an hour and try to finish it out. Again, the rain isn't supposed to be super consistent in Michigan today, kind of on and off, showery all day. 2 down though, Madras strikes out. Here's Ibanez. Again, everyone's allowed to have an opinion on the name stuff, you know. Uh, should they have changed it? Well, they did, so everyone would shut the fuck up. Hey, thanks for the likes, everybody. I appreciate that. If you haven't dropped one, consider doing so. Helps us out a ton. And I'd appreciate it. But yeah, they got their ponchos on. 1-1, and they paid for behind the seat tickets. I wouldn't move either. If I was standing in the outfield, yeah, I'd get the fuck out of my seats. I wouldn't want to sit through that. But if I was behind home plate and I paid almost upwards of $70 a ticket, yeah, I'm sitting right through this thing. Just yeah, I paid a lot of money for this. I ain't moving. Till they tell me I gotta move, I ain't moving. Yeah, they're about to postpone this shit after this inning. Seems like the Guardians will. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. Wahoo was a chief. Well, yeah, I don't know why you had to draw him that way. Why not just like go back, construct it, make it more of like a respectable look? If you want to honor someone, you don't need to draw it like a fucking Sambo cartoon. Like you don't gotta draw them like that. You could just redraw it, and make it look nice and respectful. Trust me, there are ways to have Native American stuff. Like I went to a college called the Chippewas. The Florida State Seminoles exist. The Kansas City Chiefs don't really have any real problems. The people get kind of pissy about that. The Braves kind of get kind of pissy about that. The Chops or whatever, but fuck them. Like those are all perfectly fine. No one ever really complains except stupid fucking white people. Like natives don't really care unless you're just being wildly disrespectful like they were with Wahoo. I'm telling you, the Wahoo thing really bothered people. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, we know our shit's cool and it's fun. Yeah, like the Chippewas do. They just every time they try to figure something out, they just contact the fucking tribe and go, "Hey, is this cool?" Yeah, Brian, the Native American groups tried since the 1970s to have a like very civil like discussion with the Cleveland Indians. Like this is a 1970 to 2000 like 17 issue, like 18 roughly, whenever they changed it. This is like a 40-year issue that could have been resolved the first year that they came out with Wahoo or some shit like that. Do you know that there were protests every year at the opening of the Cleveland Guardians / Indian seasons due to Chief Wahoo's existence as like being fucked up? This is it's literally been a long, and they tried to get to Cleveland ownership. They're like, listen, please just change the mascot. Like they were so cool about everything until like 40 years went by and Cleveland was like, Like, dude, Jesus Christ. James, it sounds like Cleveland ownership should have just went, yeah, okay, what do you guys suggest then? And then went listen to them, and this whole thing could have been resolved with a little bit of back and forth. A little, one side gives up a little bit, the other side gives up a little bit. Everybody ends up a little unhappy, but for the most part, man, you don't have to do anything crazy. That's probably for the best. Do you think they can get 3 more points on the board? I don't know, AJ. That with the way pitching's going today, and the fact that it's kind of raining right now, it's kind of hard to tell if they're going to get any more runs across. You know how it gets with offense and fucking rain, and then you add like the Tigers and the Guardians can both pitch extremely well. Especially like both of their bullpens are really good. So Tigers got some stinkers in theirs, but you know, well. So I don't know. Offense is probably I think it's postponed if I'm being honest because they're not playing the game right now. Or delayed anyway. Yeah, if you can cash out, I would probably take advantage of that. Oh, here we go. Looks like they're good. Freeman, Schneeman. Wait, is that really their last names? Freeman, Schneeman, and Hedges. That's all right, James. I guess we're gonna have to disagree on this one, my friend. It's a pretty small thing to you know, in the long term though. Personally, team names to me are one of the things I care the least about. Like if the Tigers were to change their name every year, I'm a fan of the Detroit baseball team, and they hit the opening guy. Fuck, control is gonna be fun, but like I don't get too bent out of shape about team names. They're fine. If you want to change them, that's cool too. 1-0. Just don't pick something lame like the Commanders. When you have Red Wolf sitting right in front of you, stupid fucking Washington. That's probably the only time I've ever actually gotten mad about a name change was when they went with Commanders, and I believe that's a home run for Schneeman, or it's like a triple, and yeah, that's probably ball game. Yeah, that's just a triple, and the Tigers are. The grass is soaked. No, just a double. There's not much you can do in the outfield, though. That ball got hit down into the corner, so the guy had to like awkward run across the grass. And at least the dirt is dry, so you can run really quick on the dirt. There's just not much you can do with that. Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't have been that expensive to like go with Red Wolves. I think the guy only wanted like fucking 50 grand or 250 grand for the Red Wolves name. Red Wolves would have given you everything you wanted to keep about respecting Native American culture, heritage, specifically the tribe that you're honoring because they really like Red Wolves. You could have kept your HTTR. You could have kept 90% of your slogans. And again, it all fits. But it wasn't about that because Dan Schneider's a retard. Again, the idea thing is Red Wolves. That would have been perfect. Would have been, at least to me, that would have been a perfect team name. And you have the unique honor of being the only dog team in fucking football. Like the only actual dog team. The Browns aren't a dog team, they're a color team. Actually, they're an old white man team. That's who they were named after. Runner gets down to third on the sack bunt by Hedges. Runner at third, 1 away. They're going to probably bring in a new pitcher. 2-0 Guardians lead here in the top of the 5th. Josh Young is back. Nice. But yeah, Red Wolves is a good name. That would have been a good team name. Nobody would care that they changed their names I've also got a theory that if you pick a good team name, no one cares if you changes your team name. Like if they, because when they were the football team, nobody really bitched. Everyone's like, "Oh, football team's kind of fun." Again, Red Wolves would have been a name. People would have been like, "Hell yeah, that's pretty sweet." Again, also you're a wolf team. You can run as the lone wolves. Like you have, dude, you have so many fucking cool things, merchandising, slogans, boom. But you went with the gayest possible name, Commanders, because it was the cheapest. If I'm the new ownership, I'm buying the term Red Wolves or some new name and picking that. Be like, this is what we actually are, is our new name. Not that gay Commanders thing. Ugh. Should have just stayed the football team. Tigers trade for Josh Young. I don't think the Rangers would ever trade Josh. You were just about to cash out. Yeah, that was probably would have been a good idea. Tigers seem dead at the plate again today. Quan and Thomas. Shelby Miller will be the new pitcher. So 2-0. Runner at third. One away. One on, one out. Hopefully, this Rangers offense can score 5 to 6 runs a game for the rest of the year. That's what I was hoping the Tigers were going to be able to do. And then we lost another guy to injury, and now we can't score again. It's about a bitch. It's about a bitch. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet before the game comes back on, make sure you do so. Helps the stream, gets more people in here, helps the stream look better, helps us defeat the evils. I know we've lost all of our aura without the great Carson Kelly. Kelly bombs are a thing of the past. Mm. 1-1. First pitch was a strike, second pitch a ball. We're in the top of the fifth with one away and a runner at third base. Yeah, now you guys get the great Kelly bombs. Our biggest miss, Akil Badu. Nah, Badu just didn't turn out to. Badu wasn't that guy. He had a good couple weeks there, and then everyone found out he couldn't hit off-speed pitches or left-handed pitching, and that was about that. Is that true? It might be. Oh, we doubled him off. We had a liner back to the pitcher, it looked like, and then they got the guy at third napping. He got caught in no man's land. Stephen Kwan lined out to Andy Ibanez, who whips it over to first or over to third, doubles it out. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Tigers hold strong. Good job by Miller to get two. Just like you draw it up. Ah, fuck. Where my shit go? My back? Uh oh. Uh oh. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. If the internet connectivity thing is a little bit bad, we could like we just had to replace the modem this morning. My dad did. The modem completely shit out last night. Well, this morning it just fucking wouldn't work. So, you know, if I disappear, it gets connected weird. Then it's not my fault. Plus, you know, it's just this whole 2 months has been spotty connectivity. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Jonathan. I hope it's well, I'm thinking he'll be back middle of the month or end of the month. I think he'll play again this year. Red Bulls? That'd have been kind of cool. The Red Bulls. Would have been a free sponsor. But then you also got to deal with Red Bull and don't want to deal with that. I don't know, though, Tra. I don't know if more runs are being scored today than ever before. I think so. But yeah, hopefully Jonathan, it doesn't turn into being like he's just kind of an injury prone guy. No news yet, but yesterday was pretty active with Soler and Kikuchi. Yeah, it's been pretty slow for the deadline. It was a busy day yesterday and the day before, it felt like. What's your football prediction? Sure though. Always like hearing predictions. Urshela, McKinstry, and Rogers this inning. Williams has 68 pitches through 4. Either Ohio State or the Cleveland Browns fire their coach. Mike Vrabel takes a job. Since right now he is a Browns. Yeah, that wouldn't be too shocking. It's just, yeah, I could see it. I just don't know if Stefanski's going to get fired. We'll see, though. Guess if he has a bad year this year, they could let him go. But with as good a year as everybody seems to claim he had last year, I doubt he's on the hot seat at all. Could happen with Ohio State, though. I don't really follow it. Yeah, I don't understand getting the first or the last out at third base on a steal. You're already in scoring position with 2 outs. Just stay there. And 1 away. Rochelle is out. Here's Zach McKinstry. Called strike 1 to Zach. Hopefully the Tigers can find some offense here in the 5th. Ball 1. Aaron Judge is a little older. Isn't he like 30 already? Or like 28, 29? The only issue with that, to me personally, is it feels like he's going to be, he's too late into his career to put up like big all time numbers. Like he'll put up great career numbers, but it feels like had he been able to get started a little earlier, he could like hit some of the all timer type number, like the home run record, and I don't know if he has enough baseball left to do that. But yeah, he's already one of the great generational players. It's just he got such a late start in majors. What was he, like 24 when he debuted? It really got going. 3-2. He's 32. Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't even know he was that old. He was a late riser. And another foul ball to remain 3-2. But yeah, had he not been as old as he was when he broke out, he could have been something real special, probably. Hey, ball 4. McKinstry draws a walk. 1 on, 1 out for Jake Rogers. If the New York Mets and the Yankees wouldn't meet in the World Series. Hasn't that happened before? You think so? I don't know. I think Hinch and Harris think very similar about baseball. I kind of have a very similar way of approaching the game mentally. I could be wrong on that though. But I also was fairly certain that AJ had a lot of input on who the GM was going to be, or who like a lot of the picks like that were. But I could be wrong. Like I think part of the reason they picked Harris to be put in the role of the new Avila is because of how well he got along with AJ Hinch, um, and how similarly the two already viewed the game. So it was like a really good fit to put the two together. Because there wasn't going to be like a radical change in departure from the way like AJ's seen things and the way that Scott Harris sees things, and you're putting things together, building towards a similar vision for the team's future. He already probably would have fired AJ if he was gonna bring in his own guy. Scott doesn't seem like he just drag someone along for no fucking reason. It'd be like, all right, we got to get the right coach in here. Unless they're just trying to build the team up to something specific, then go get the guy he wants, which would be diabolical. But I do think Detroit wants to keep Hinch for as long as he'd like to be their head coach. They like the moves and what he's trying to accomplish. Just, it's tough getting to the end line. Damn, dude, I can't believe McCann finished that game after getting hit in the face. Counts full again. Good job by Rogers. Way to work it. Trying to get Williams out the game. Not that it helps because Cleveland's got a shutdown bullpen, but 3-2. And down goes Rogers. Here's Matt Vierling. The 2000 World Series. I was going to say, I knew it's happened before, the Mets and the Yankees. I just couldn't remember what one it was. Chris Young had that incident back in the 2000s. What incident? 1 on, 2 out. Yeah, everyone on the team's due for home runs. We stopped hitting them again. Now everyone's got like home run karma built up. So hopefully we start blasting. Foul tipped. 1-1. Why do you care, Extra? 1-2. The Cubs hitter, he was got into a fight. I don't care to engage with you 90% of the time, Extra. I don't really care about you. That's why. See? You know what's really funny is you think you're sitting there getting away with these things, and I know it's you every time it's you. Isn't it? I like to fuck with you, dude. I hope you figured that out. Like I'll let you pretend like you're getting away with it. And then at random I'll just pat you like a fucking cat does a mouse when he gets tired of it. Down goes your neck. And you're done for. See you later. Make another fake account, weirdo. Hey, that's a bad throw on and pick off. Runner will get to second. I think the season series is even. Or are we up by 1 game? I don't know the exact Baseball fans want action, more runs and home runs. Yeah, somewhat. And Tiger strikeout. Innings over. Shit. Thomas, Ramirez, and Naylor. I don't think that means there's more offense in the game. I thought it was 7-7 or something like that right now, and this is for the season series lead. I could be wrong though. We could be up 8-7 or some shit like that. Be 7-7. Nope. We were up going into yesterday. We were up one game. Had we won yesterday, we would have won the season series outright. That'd have been the end. We'd take the series. But it looks like Cleveland, unless we start hitting, is going to take it this year. Like the thing is, it's just one guy. No one else ever gets in trouble unless I time someone out for a few minutes because I'm annoyed. But it's Thomas, Ramirez, Naylor here in the top of the sixth. 2-0 Cleveland leads. But it's always just the same dude on a different account. Just a real sad guy. By the way, if you guys ever see me being sort of like vaguely aggressive with someone you've never seen before, it's because I'm kind of aware. Or if I press somebody really hard on all their views. No, I don't really do that to anybody but that person. I know who it is the second they come in. Just so we're all aware. This is like year 5 for this person doing that. I have like 500 accounts in my blocked thing, and it's like 95% just him. Pretty crazy. Google just lets you keep making YouTube accounts. At some point you think he'd have been IP banned. Naylor's hit a home run today. He's been the only homer. Wait, yeah, they scored the other runs. 1 away, Thomas gets out. Here's Jose Ramirez batting from the left side. Always dangerous. More so from the left than the right. However, Shelby Miller does do pretty decent against left-handed hitters, so. Fouled away, it's 0-1. Hopefully we can get 2 more quick outs here, get to the bottom of the 6th, score some runs, tie this thing up, take a 2-run lead, win the game 4-2. All right, man. Good luck with work on the delivery. Hopefully it goes smooth. Easy drive, easy unload. Appreciate subscribing, man. Good looking out. We'll be live again possibly Thursday, but I don't know. Tomorrow the Tigers are off, and I'm probably gonna take a chill day. But I also could be moving to Kalamazoo. This was like one random day this week I'm moving, so. So we'll see about it. Hey, they get Ramirez 2 away. Here's Naylor. Couple ground outs to the shortstop this inning. Here's Naylor. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. All right. 0-2. 1-2. Another foul ball. We'll get another 1-2. Tigers trying to have a quick inning here. Would be nice after a couple rough ones. Anyway, it's a 2-2 count. Hey, they get another swing, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 Guardians. Let's get some runs here. Keith, Malloy, Perez. Good shot at runs. Probably a new pitcher coming in because the other guy's at like a million pitches already. All right, though. This is where we usually get a little bit better and start scoring runs. So let's hope that something works out, eh? Sorry, I'm just refreshing my stream. Hey, 30 likes. It's really good. 29, 30 likes. Appreciate y'all. Good looking out. If you haven't dropped one yet, consider doing so as we wait for the bottom of the 6th to get underway. Tim Herron is into pitch for Gavin Williams. Oh, shit. What's up, Van? Let me give you back your mod. Happy birthday. I don't have any gifts for you, but here, I'll give you a good gift. The Packers will definitely finish in at least 2nd place in the division this year. Oh, you can have it back. I always had you as one. You just hadn't been around. Don't worry, a whole bunch of people lost their mods. It's very funny. Nice. Happy birthday, though, man. And Jordan Love's a pretty good quarterback. There you go. Happy birthday. Oh, and yeah, that whole Drake May thing you tried to sell me on. He had one of the worst days I've ever seen in camp yesterday. Can't believe you sold me on a bust. I knew getting Marv would have been the move. We would have been unstoppable with Pop, Marv, Baker, Polk. We could have had Mac just play quarterback and been just fine. 0-1. But no, I think I'm okay now. I'm a lot more happy with my team. Hopefully you have a good birthday, though, man, in all seriousness. Hopefully it's a good day. Hopefully you're having better weather than what we're having in my state. 2-1. Oh, no problem, man. Appreciate you, man. It's you're a fun guy to talk football with, even though I fuck around with you a bit. 2-1. Dodgers, Red Sox, Padres. I think the Yankees are still in the picture, and I think Cleveland is a dark horse. But of those teams, maybe the Padres. It seems like the Padres are willing to overpay. So, yeah. You know, it's probably not as bad because I'm not like a full-on Lions fan as compared to, you know, like other people who like the Lions. They're just a lot more interesting to talk about than the Patriots right now. And Keith gets out 1 away. Fuck. We're 52 and 56, so much better than last year. Much better than last year. That's all. That's all I care about. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just of the people listed, I like the Padres the most, so I'd like to see him go there. They could be a lot better too. without all the injuries they're dealing with. Ball 1 to Malloy. I do think with the slightly healthier team, we're probably in a lot better shape too, but probably not by enough to make the playoffs. Probably enough to be right there though, like right around 500, maybe 500 itself. Yeah, I'd say so. We could win a Cy Young, so that'd be fun. Yankees are one of the top 3 teams in the AL. Everybody's pretty much worse than New York. Josh Bell just got traded to the Diamondbacks. 1-2, 1 away for Malloy. Oh, White Sox. Yeah, I know. I knew Scooball wasn't going to be traded. I tried to tell everybody for months that wasn't going to be a thing. And I was very adamant that would be. It's a trade that you could see it happening, sure. But the problem, as always, with that trade was literally going to be the Tigers, rightfully so, would want so much back. It's impossible to do that trade. You can't rationalize trading 6-7 prospects for a left-handed pitcher. It's just you can't. You could do it for a position player, but you can't just trade away all of the best young prospects in baseball for a singular pitcher. Yeah, it's too much. And the Tigers aren't being greedy for asking for that much. They should get what Soto got in return for Washington, but more, because I believe that Scooball as a left-handed pitcher is far more valuable than Juan Soto as a hitter. Scooball's skill level as a pitcher is some of the greatest raw talent we've seen maybe ever from a lefty pitcher. And it's one of them things where that kind of pitching style from that side of handedness, with that kind of speed, with that kind of movement, with that kind of easy delivery, you almost can't you can't trade that much for a pitcher, but you have to, and no one's going to do it. Yeah, I'm just good at predicting things. Ven, it's even scarier in baseball because I'll sit here and call pitches, call home runs out. It's this game I'm just tied into. And if anyone hasn't noticed, I haven't called a fucking home run in 3 games. I think I called for Dingler to hit a home run yesterday just because I was trying to coax him into a fucking first career homer. Oh, double play ends the inning. Sweet. Top 7, Martinez, Jimenez, Freeman. Ben, I think I even predicted something with the offseason and got it right this round. I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of I got that right too, huh? I talked to a lot of Orioles YouTubers, and they say they don't even want to give up Holiday. Yeah, dude, it's like a dumb thing. The trade was never a thing. It never was going to happen for those reasons. Will Vest. Plus, I don't think the Tigers really wanted to trade Scooball. No, just extend him. Doesn't hurt to have a fucking Cy Young pitcher candidate every year who doesn't want to leave. Now, if Scooball hated playing for Detroit, yeah, I'd be like, we should probably trade him. But from every vibe I get from Scooball, he seems to want to put this team on his back and become its leader. So I'm listen, guys, we took the shot on a kid in the 9th round and made him a star. You don't want to fucking leave. We home grew this kid. Turned him into a fucking monster, dude. He probably never wants to leave Chris Fetter's side. Baseball is one of the weirder sports where good players will stay on bad teams, and it's not as weirdly detrimental to their career. In fact, it's one of the rare sports where even if you'd never win a World Series and you always stay with a bad team, that'll help you in the Hall of Fame voting. Unironically, if you played for one team for 15 years and you guys just kind of never were able to get it together and win it all, that does not hurt you in the Hall of Fame voting. Because again, baseball is probably the single least one guy contributing to a World Series title. Yeah, and it's the lead. Like, look at Mike Trout. He's literally his numbers do nothing. Like, we've gone over this a lot, and it's probably my hottest take in baseball. The players the Tigers wanted for Escobar went to Miami. I think the Tigers wanted the Orioles good players. Like, I think the Orioles, one rival executive of the Tigers said that they were asking from the Orioles something that is completely like, it's like an insane offer or like an insane asking amount to the point where it's obvious they're not trading Skubal. Like, some reports are the Tigers did seriously ask for like Holiday, Mayo, Norby, Kerstad. I think all those guys were asked for in like a 5-player package. That's one of the things I've heard. Plus, Basala was in there. And I think they grabbed a guy from like their AA pitching system. I was like, I heard like that was one of the rumors that they wanted Orioles to give them in Baltimore. I don't even think entertained it. And they were like, no, why would we do that? You mean our entire future? Yeah, I think they wanted that and Basalo in the trade and another pitcher and Kerstad. No, the Tigers weren't fucking around. They wanted the whole farm. Again, it's to the point where they said they'd listen for Skubal, but it's like, do you want to hear what we want? Like, for a minute, it said the Dodgers were trying to build around a package for Skubal. It was like one day it was that, and then the next day it was said that it was like the Dodgers are no longer interested in acquiring Tarek Skubal because they probably got told whatever top prospects you got, all of them, put them in the bag. Because again, the trade for Skubal is just on. If this was like 2 years down the road and Skubal was a free agent, the trade would have been something I'd have been like, yeah, that's probably going to happen. But the 2 years after this year, control left is like, there's no. It's so expensive. I wouldn't. I'd hang the phone up, dude. If you don't get Mayo, Holiday, and Norby Kerstad, why are you doing that trade? You're losing the trade because the Orioles fans are gonna go. That's all it took. 2 guys. We just got the best pitcher in baseball. We're gonna go win a World Series. No, you don't. You don't do that. Yeah, and now that Norby's out, we're done. That trade's not happening. They can maybe get Flaherty if they want him back, but I think Flaherty doesn't like Baltimore. Yeah, I don't see Skubal leaving. I see them after this year signing a very long, like 10-year, like 280, 290 contract. Like, probably, well, I don't think he'll hit 3, do you? I don't think Skubal's a $300 million guy, is he? But like every bit of a 10-year 290, that's probably coming. Yeah, Lorenzen was interesting to go. Kenny, no, that's what the price of Tarek Skubal is. Skubal ain't going to be cheap, dude. Like, I wouldn't even bat if he wanted 320, even though pitchers with injuries don't get that. So, yeah, like 250, 275, most likely somewhere in there. But yeah, anywhere, I'm expecting anywhere from 275 to like 350 for Skubal, if I'm being completely honest, and I pay him. What's up, Neil? And if he gets hurt, oh, the fuck well. It happens. Welcome to baseball. Wouldn't be the first pitcher to get hurt on a big contract. Won't be the last. But that's why you make him pitch one more year before you sign him to that monster contract. Hopefully he does. But the Tigers don't need to give hometown contracts. This is a team that doesn't deserve to have that lucrative thing happen for them. Bitch ass fucking owner. Yeah, we're just about there. It's almost August. But the thing for me is always and will always be the fact that we have one of the richest owners in all of sports. And they don't deserve players giving hometown discounts. No, we're a team that should pay money. We're a large market sports like team. We should be always in the top 5 with money spent. Probably top 3, if I'm being honest. Like, there's no reason we're not spending the salary cap every year or the luxury tax. Like, oh, just add it or maybe a little under it so we don't get taxed. But I don't like having this crappy bullpen. Detroit's a large market sports. We're Detroit's like large market because all of their teams are incredibly rich. Like, all of the teams in Detroit have a fuckload of money, very wealthy owners, and incredibly large fan bases. Like, you could see the Lions fan base is actually fucking gigantic. Red Wings have one of the biggest fan bases in all sports. The Pistons, when they're good, they have the same kind of support that the Lions get, and as do the Tigers. Tigers from like 2007 to 2016 were constant 40,000 people sellouts. Those games were events to go to in the summer. But you know, you also got like the idea of like Michigan fans. There are hard fans in this state, and they have some of the most fans, and their teams are rich, and they've been around for forever. Detroit may not be like a big market. Well, Detroit used to be one of the biggest cities in the United States. Uh, yeah, the Pistons ownership is a fucking joke. Yeah, they came back. I don't know how long it's going to be because I'm pretty sure they're done with Bally after this, or Bally's like done after this year. But I think for the most part, it's they just figured out a deal for the rest of the year, and they created like a Bally Ultimate package. Or Chris Illich's plan for the Tigers is working out, but like, it's a very obnoxious to see a failed rebuild, and then they finally get the idea of what the team's supposed to be. It's like, oh, that's fucking annoying because they were doing it. They were almost kind of trying to redo the thing, get a couple good young players and spend money, but then they realized that wasn't going to work when we failed with the Meadows and Baez situations. Bottom of the 7th, we get them, we hold them 2-0. Bottom 7, Madras, Ibanez, Urshela. So Chris Illich and the entire organization shifted kind of approaches to the way they're going to approach the Tigers. And they looked at the way Baltimore, Houston, pretty much all the good teams today built their teams up through a young core, like 6-7 guys that are really good, and then they go and get some pieces to fill in the holes that they can't figure out. That's the smart. That's how you build a good team that wins World Series. It's not spending money like teams do, like the Dodgers, the Yankees, us. I mean, the Phillies. All these teams have proven you don't just go buy a World Series. The Rangers have a well-built young core that they drafted, they developed, they traded for, they built up, and they won a World Series with it. The Diamondbacks, they put together that team, they developed it, and they had a team in the World Series. Look at the Braves, look at the Astros, a fucking dynasty. Look at the Giants in 2010. They built that team themselves, other than like trading for Buster Posey. But there is some hard truth. The 90s Braves, the 90s Yankees. The 90s Yankees, that dynasty, that their last good set of teams, that team was like completely like drafted by them. Like, they put that team together, they brought all the pieces in from their minor system, they pushed a home team out, and then they just started buying everybody. Like, there is something to the developing a team and then filling it in with the pieces you can't find. Most likely, yeah. Chris probably no. Skubal isn't worth $400 million. No pitchers are worth $400 million. You could pay Skubal anywhere from 275 to 350, and that's fine. But like, you probably want to get it like 275, 300 is like the most. Give him 10 years, so it's only like a $30 million contract. Then we're fine. You gotta understand, dude. We're ridiculously low in how much money we're paying out. Us giving Skubal even a $40 million a year contract really wouldn't hurt us that much. We'd go from paying out like $80 million a year to like 120. Wow. Like, even if we did pay Scooball, who cares? It's like a fucking fraction of the money we have. Like, I think baseball's luxury tax is like, what is it, like $280 million, $300 million? And we're at like barely $100 million in money out. 2-2. I don't even think we're at $100 million. Like, if you take away Baez's contract, I think we're so low in money. It's because, again, most of our team is out in rookie deals. That's a big reason why that's like that. But like, we gotta pay some guys soon. Like the expense. Riley Green could be due pretty soon. He might be also getting a massive contract. Hey, Madras gets another hit. 107 million. I was gonna say it's not a lot of money. Maybe. But we also give big contracts out and you guys don't. Because again, we can afford to do that. Like, we can afford to have bad like the Baez contract in reality doesn't really hurt us at all. We don't really give a fuck. That's whatever. That's chump change. It's fucking $24 million. We just literally don't have other shortstops that we can cut Baez comfortably. 0-1 here for Ibanez with one on, nobody out. 2-0, bottom 7. Like, if we had another shortstop that could actually play shortstop, we probably would have cut Baez by now. Or DFA'd him, traded him, tried to just get rid of him in some way. But again, we have no one else that can play the position. Even remotely as close to good as Hobby. They can't even really hit better either, which is crazy. 0-2. Like, our next best option is Zach McKinstry and then Ryan Kreidler. So you can see where the issue lies. In baseball? I don't really know because I think they just made it so you could like move picks in baseball, but I don't even think you can do that. So I mean, you could trade the players, I suppose. It just depends on the sport if you can trade picks. Having a bunch of picks doesn't mean shit if you can't trade them. You just got a lot of picks. And Ibanez strikes out. 1 away. That sucks. Here's Gio Urshela, 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Sandlin, by the way, is the pitcher for this inning. I don't think it matters who's pitching. The Tigers aren't really hitting. Let's hope they get something going. 0-2. By the way, I could be completely wrong with everything I said. That's just kind of how I feel about everything. Again, I'm fine with us not spending money because there is a reality that if this young core does become good, we're going to have to pay everybody, right? Yeah, but I think the same problem we run into with all of our other guys. I don't think he can play shortstop very good. Like, I think we would have tried Navigado, but I think the issue with him 100% is he sucks balls at defense. I could be wrong about that, but from what I've understood, it's the same reason why Jace Young isn't up playing third base yet. They both can hit. They just can't field the baseball very good. Like, if Jace was a little bit stronger at third base, he'd be up here, 100%. They got rid and get Urshela would be probably playing first, and they'd get rid of Madras. 2-2. But Young isn't quite ready to go. Plus, they don't really got a spot for him on the 40-man, I believe. But hey, if Mark Canna gets traded, could see it. Oh, let's hope that's not a double play. A high and away slider. Could be bad news. And it was bad news. Kind of figured it would be. Well, we'll head to the top of the 8th. It's still 2-0 Guardians. Tigers look dead at the plate. I blame Kenny. I know he's probably not here anymore, but it's just funny to blame him. Anyway, 9-1-2 here for the guards. Hedges, Kwan, and Thomas. Man, we're doing so good today. Yeah, maybe, Mick. Looking pretty good for you guys. Looking pretty good. Tigers can't seem to buy a hit. Anyway, top 8. 2-0. Guardians and Giants are in the process of finalizing a trade. That's what who was saying that Alex Cobb stuff? Oh, Karam was. Yeah, congrats, Cleveland. You guys just picked up Alex Cobb. Is he a starter or a relief pitcher? Because I know you guys definitely need more bullpen help. What's up, Chucky? Why are you being so rude? I don't say mean things to you guys. Better enjoy the era of bad baseball that. He's a starter but hasn't played yet. Oh, that's a little troubling. You do need bullpen help. I mean, that's probably where Cobb will come out of. Oh, he might start, though. You guys also getting Matt Boyd. It'll be Matt Boyd and Alex Cobb starts together. They'll piggyback. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. No, I knew you guys had a good bullpen. That's why I was making jokes that you need more bullpen help. I wouldn't actually be surprised if you guys ran a Matt Boyd and Alex Cobb kind of start off each other. They pitch different enough where it complements each other well in like 3-4 inning outings for each of them. Because again, Boyd probably can't go through a full inning, like a full lineup more than once, maybe twice. And if Cobb hasn't pitched this year very much, then he's probably in a similar boat where he's only going to be able to throw limited innings. I wonder, though, if you guys are maybe planning to do what I was talking about, where you guys are going to kind of package Boyd and Cobb off each other. Because again, by the way, one away, fully got Hedges quick. Not really surprised there, though. 2-1. Yeah, Neil, it's not looking great. Can't score runs. We've gotten 4 hits. Only one less than the Guardians, but we've just not been able to do anything. Is Alex Cobb good? I don't know. I feel like he used to be pretty solid. I just got to sign something. 2 away. Good job here. We get Quan. We have a Quan 0 for 4 today. Damn, can you imagine if we get Thomas to go 0 for 4 in his Guardians debut? 0-1 to Guardian, to Lane Thomas. We probably went cheap sucks. I wanted Flaherty, but he is going to be pricey. Yeah, you guys went and got Cobb, who knows if he'll be able to pitch this year. He should be, but we'll see. 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Aw. I feel like he's good. 3-1. Uh-oh. Come on, Jason. Throw strikes. You afraid of big bad Lane Tomlinson? You afraid of Lane Tomlinson? What are we doing? Ah, son of a bitch. Fucked up, made it 3-1. Gave him an easy pitch. That'll be a base hit for Lane Thomas. Now up is Jose Ramirez. Imagine if I couldn't read very well. I was like, oh, it's Jose Ramirez. Or how would I say that? Ramirez. Cald Strick. There's a splitter. Like, boy, you just say things completely wrong, man. Pickoff actually looks like the word pickoff, so I can't really screw that up. I don't even know how I'd mess up with attempt. Attempt. Actually, yeah, you'd get that word right just by accident. Ball. That one works. That's a good one. Boyd's a solid pitcher. The thing with Matthew Boyd is you can only use him one time through a lineup, and then you got to piggyback his start with another good reliever. Like, Boyd should go him starting and a guy to follow him after like the fourth inning comes up. Because I do believe Boyd will get you through one rotation through, maybe two if he's really dealing. But he gets very hittable the second time through a lineup. Trust me, take my word for it. Ask me how I know. Dak's going to get hilariously paid. I'm guessing Dak's going to get like 57, right? 56, 57. My only contract on a lot of... Oh, I think Jose just hit a home run. My only pull on a lot of these... Tua is I have no idea why they paid him that much money. That seems like a ridiculous contract for a guy who isn't that good. Jordan Love, sure. If he plays like he did yeah, that was a home run. It's 4-0. Fuck. Like Love's contract could be fine if he doesn't turn out like a bust. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just 9 good games against like teams with Detroit's like lineup, you know, Detroit's secondary. Like, yeah, it was impressive. He threw for like 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not against Detroit though. Like, wow, cool. That's not that hard. Their secondary was buns. So with Tua, I really don't understand it because again, I feel like that should have gone to his receivers. With Jordan Love, sure, he looked really good for those 9 games, and you kind of know they know him well enough to give him that money. So there's things they see, things that they kind of had confirmed for them. For me, I'm not a big fan of a short sample size. Never have been, never will be. I don't even like when good rookies, like I'm not high on CJ Stroud this year. Like it's like he could be really good, or it could have been a fluke and he sucks and never plays good again. Like I don't buy one good year in the NFL from guys who are in their first year starting. It's just it's like a personal thing. So I would have maybe waited one more year for Love. But again, if he turns out good, then yeah, they gotta, you know, it is what it is. Dak, I wouldn't. Dak's gonna be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and that's very funny. Very, very funny kind of a situation. Mainly because he's already literally proven he can't win. Like Dak is a very good quarterback, but there is kind of like a reality in the NFL, and it's kind of like a sad reality where you get drafted is sort of irrelevant, but it sometimes says a lot about who you are. Like, yeah, some guys get missed over, and yeah, CD and Micah, like all those people need to get paid before Dak, and more money than what he should get. Like, Dak's a great quarterback, but there's a reason he was in the third round. It wasn't somebody missed talent, somebody didn't see it. They said there is a level to him, and it's about here. Whereas like a lot of guys that go in like the first or second round, they have like this kind of maximum, almost limitless potential, it feels like. Whereas Dak, he's probably as good as we're going to see Dak. Whatever the hell Mike McCarthy just got out of him for last year, that's probably the ceiling for Dak Prescott. He has been pushed as far as his talent tree could probably go, and it's not going to win you a Super Bowl. Not without, and I don't even know what else he needs, dude. That's like a loaded fucking football team. You know what I mean? Like there is very few teams. Get out of here, extra. You know you're not good at this. But 0-2 here on McKinstry. Smith is the pitcher. So with Dak, I don't see why he'd try to get all that money. I mean, it is what it is. But like Jared Goff is way better than like every level than Dak. And even Goff, it's like, I don't know if I'd have paid him all that money. But yeah, no, there is also a part of me that does think that, yeah, I don't know. There's like quarterbacks are getting paid way too much money right now. Especially guys who haven't really done anything. And that feels like a bunch of quarterbacks who've never done anything got paid money that like even Mahomes doesn't get. And it's like, well, that's why you guys play for bad teams. Whereas like Jared Goff, the only one I'll give a pass to is the Lions for the contracts they gave out, because every single contract, other than I think Penei Sewell, who's going to obviously be the highest paid, every single contract they signed, St. Brown, Goff, Taylor Decker's contract, all those contracts were done first, right? So Detroit signed in Goff, they signed up Sewell, they signed up St. Brown, they long-term Decker the other day. And those three contracts were very large contracts, right? Like, oh shit. But go look at what Darisaw got paid. Go look at what fucking Jordan Love just got paid. Go look at what Justin Jefferson got paid. Go look at what Tua got paid. There's a reason all those guys got paid wild money, and that's because the Lions came out and set the fucking tone right away with their guys. So the entire market had to adjust to whatever crazy shit the Lions did. And that's kind of a genius check move by the Lions on the Packers too, potentially. Because they sort of, if Jared Goff doesn't get 53.1 this offseason, Jordan Love doesn't get paid that much money. The first guy to get paid, I think, was Jared Goff, wasn't it, this offseason? That'll be a base hit for Jake Rogers. He gets on with a walk, rather. So you kind of have to look at like how the dominoes fall with certain kind of. Oh, hold on. I'm buffering. And I'm not sure why. I'm not dropping frames. Anyway, 1 on, 1 out. Am I still lagging? Or is that just my playback being retarded? What's going on? You have to play Baltimore next series? Well, you guys should probably be able to handle Baltimore. Are you really worried about them? Can someone tell me if I'm lagging or not? I know it's very hard for people to communicate for some reason if there's a problem with the stream, but I'm asking in very simple letters and language. Is the stream lagging? Because my playback, it's just buffering. So I know no one's going to tell me the info I need to hear, but it'd be cool if you guys could let me know. All right, I guess no one. Whatever. All right, that'll be. I'm not sure how many outs that is. And that's another double play. We'll head to the top of the ninth. It's 4-0. Oh, Cool. I love when my all caps goes. Oh, cool. It just didn't even bother signing into the fucking thing I told it to sign into. It. Anyway, top of the ninth coming up. All right, I'm back now. It looks like it's good. Yeah, I stay very still sometimes. All right, we're good. It's good. Sorry, my shit just went completely wonky. My playback went completely wonky. I think the stream itself was fine though. I hate technical shit, dude, so much. You're tripping balls? What'd you take? Or no, you just is that just like a figurative? Right, we're good now though. Joey Wentz is in the pitch. It's 4-0 top 9. Well, this ain't looking so great, folks. We can't hit our way out of a paper bag. Every time we get a guy on, we hit into a double play today. Very unfortunate run. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like on the stream yet, consider doing so. It helps us out a ton. Gets more people in here, makes the stream look better. We had about 35 likes, so that's pretty cool. 34, 35. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Just like, yeah, like that. Yeah. I mean, this team was never really a playoff team anyway. If we're being completely honest, this team's mission from the start of the year, if you don't listen to people like Mike Valenti, who don't know baseball, was always a 500 or better team or slightly better team. That was always this team's aspirations. If they were going to be a playoff team, it was because the AL Central was going to be so bad 80 fucking 5 wins could have won it again. It wasn't going to be like the Tigers were a good team. The Tigers playoff talk was centered around the AL Central being ass. It had nothing to do with Detroit being a good team. If this was last year, we'd be in like first place at this point. Yeah, about 500. That's where I had us. A little over. Maybe a game or two under, but that'd be a good season. Considering we fucking lost most of our offense all year. 2-1. 3-1. Cool, Joey's in. He's gonna make sure we give up a lot of walks. This guy sucks. Cleveland will probably score more runs off Joey Wentz. 3-2. I expect this score to be a lot worse than 4-0 into the 9th. Years and bats away from a team. Yeah, we're just missing there. We'll be there. What's up, Wade? Teams like a year or two off from being in a really good spot. Hey, they actually got Martinez. Went away. Way to battle back by Joey. And he was running around, was he? Did you flip him off? I'd have flipped him out of it and they'd be like, fuck you, Kenny. Giving him a hard time. Be like, hey, this employee is harassing me and is a fan of the Packers. We can't be having that. I would just like to complain about this Packers fan you have employed here in Lions country. You got to get him out of here. He was yelling, go, Pack, go at a small child. Made him cry. You know what the sad part is I could literally see Kenny abusively yelling "Go Pet Go" at a child, not realizing he's being fucked up to a kid, and just you know what I mean. Yeah, congrats on the cover. Yeah, the bad weather completely went away, and the Tigers didn't hit at all. So things happen to work out for you. Yeah, Tigers could use a day off, especially the pitching. The hitters definitely need a day off. Maybe a day off, they'll come back randomly being able to hit. Never really know what to expect with this offense, though. 1-1 with 2 away for Rocchio. Yeah, Rocchio. If Rocchio can't get a hit here, he's got to go. Damn, dude. That should have been a strike. We're down 4 runs in the 9th. Fucking bullshit. Love getting squeezed in the 9th. Down by a bunch. Come on, give us a strike on that. I know it's not exactly a strike, and it's probably the right call, but it's like, come on. Give us that one. 2-1 for Rocchio. Oh, and Rocchio homered. Yeah, Joey Wentz, it's time to give it up. Time to retire if you're Joey Wentz. Can't believe you just gave up a home run to the guy we've been striking out for fun all season long. Lowy Lentz. Lowy Lentz. They got to get rid of Joey Wentz, though. He's genuinely the worst pitcher ever. That shit's so embarrassing. How the hell you give up a home run to Rocchio? Dude, it's Joey Wentz. It's not even impressive. That's not a real home run. That should be half a home run. I'm going to write a letter to baseball that all home runs that Joey Wentz has given up should only be worth half a home run. Motherfuckers start throwing bullpen to. I'm not embarrassed for the game because Cleveland's a better team than us this year, and they have a lot of guys who play us well. Hey, there we go. We make the final out, but we can't be letting Brian fucking Rocchio do that to us. Listen, I can deal with everybody else on this team, right? Hedges, his whole career, Hedges only hits the ball versus us, so I can live with him. I think literally we've struck out Rocchio every at bat until that home run. Son of a bitch, that's stupid. Again, no offense to him. Like, you know what I mean? He seems like, you know, the most hated player on your guys' team, so. He even looked surprised that that ball went out. He's like, holy shit, I just hit a home run. Like, he literally was going around and he looked, and it looked like he was like, oh, no shot, I got that out. Ugh. We don't even have an equivalent to doing that. It's just, what? Why? It's uncalled for. Yeah, you guys have finally got a series on us. I think for the first time in 2 years, you have won the season series. Well, I mean, this game's over. If you guys bring in Class A in a game where we can't score runs, it's fucking bullshit. Oh, that's a load of horseshit. Why would he need to come in? Yeah, we gotta make sure we get another shutout. We even score yesterday? No, yeah, I think we got them 2 runs or whatever. Or maybe 4 runs? So was it 8-4 final? Some shit like that. Well, GG Cleveland. I guess Keith, Malloy, Perez. It's not too bad. I'm sure you guys are not really that concerned about playing Baltimore. Seems like you guys play well against the. Oh, God, I hate the internet at this fucking house. Cool, we're back. Anyway, 1-1. Maybe we can get to Class A in a non-save situation. Nope. One away. Down goes Keith. Oh, Keith. Well, we had a fun run in the month of July. It was a good month, but it didn't end good. It's a rally. I hope you're right, Gil. But I mean, it is Emmanuel. It is Class A. So normally, I'm very pro the Tigers come back in games. They're very good at it. To be fair, I don't know about this fucking guy pitching though. Him and Duran are about the two guys where it feels hopeless when they come in. It was 8-4 yesterday. That's what I thought it was yesterday. That's what I thought. Well, Cleveland, it was a fun season series. You guys take it this year. Next year, we'll be back. We'll be back next year. 1-2. You got to take a nap, then? I don't blame you. It's always a good thing. Did my text make sense there, Ven? About the contract stuff? I know it was kind of long-winded. But I have been thinking a lot about these contracts. Ultimately, they're not even that big of deals because my ultimate view on contracts is like wait like 2 or 3 years and none of them are big deals. Remember when $40 million was a big deal? And then I was like, yeah, soon it won't be a big deal. I think I always get into that like thing where I'm like, yeah, who cares? In like 2-3 years, $10 million more won't even seem like anything. Can't stop thinking. Yeah, it's going to be a fun year for the Lions. All things considered. Especially J-Mo. That looks like a whole different receiver. I think it'll be Lions-Bengals personally, like in my gut right now. Both teams stay fully healthy. I really like Lions-Bengals Super Bowls. Or a Super Bowl. Really like that. Yeah, unless the secondary sucks again. Yeah, that's a good team. Dude, the Lions are a great team. They're one of the better constructed teams I've seen in a while. They built it through the trenches out, and it's fucking perfect. Dude, everything I've ever thought about like competitive football team building is how the Lions built their team, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is crazy to watch. Lions Texans would be good, but I have questions about the Texans. We'll see, right? I need the Texans to do it again, so I know it wasn't a fluke. Kind of similar to the Lions, but the Lions are in like year 4 of a very well done rebuild that has shown very clear fruits of its labor. Last year it jumped ahead of itself, which is crazy to say, but they're like a year ahead of where they should be. Like I didn't expect them to get to the NFC Championship last year, so like that's kind of like them losing in the NFC Championship game is kind of where I thought they'd be this year, if I'm being completely honest. The fact that it happened a year early could put them like way ahead of time for whatever kind of winning schedule they might have, which is why I think the Lions are in a 2-year Super Bowl window. If they're going to win a Super Bowl, it'll be this year or next year. Yeah, good game to the Cleveland fans. Very fun game. Well, not really. For you guys, it was a fun game. Not for us. We got the shit kicked out of us. Good game, though. We'll see you guys next season. Good luck the rest of the way through. Maybe you guys might get Jack Flaherty from us. Who knows? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, good game. Good game. Yeah, I'd say so. If you're a Lions fan, you should expect to go to the Super Bowl. Maybe if you don't win it, it's one thing, but like, yeah, you should expect to win the NFC. I think if you ask anyone on the Lions, yeah, that's what it's Super Bowl or nothing. This year, well, if you ask Dan Campbell if it's Super Bowl or bust, he said it's just Super Bowl. So yeah, that whole team, and that's all they think about is that loss to fucking San Francisco. So hopefully they can use that, motivate it, ride it. pause, and use that to get to that next spot. They're a very young, well put together team with a ton of talent, so they should be able to properly utilize that if they don't internalize that loss, which I don't think they did. I think they pissed them off. I think that's a very angry football team too right now. You can kind of get the vibe that a lot of those guys are really pissed with how last year turned out. Like, it would have been better for them to have not made it to the NFC Championship game. Or if they had made it, to just get blown out. Like better for their psyche. Like, some of these guys are like fucked, like angry about that. Yeah, and both teams may rest starters, which is weird. It's like, why wouldn't you put that like week 14? I get why they put that there, but it's like, oh my God. Why not week 8? Why not like week 13? That might be the best game of the year halfway through the year. But again, there's also a really real chance that the Lions versus 49ers, that game could decide the 1 seed. So that could be one of the most important games of the year at the end of the year, which is a rare treat for NFL fans. We rarely get a week 17 matchup where the number 1 seed's on the line. You know what I mean? And it could be like a preview of the NFC Championship, a fucking rematch of last year. Like, that game's got some fucking heat on it. I don't know. Dude, if both these teams are good and have the same records heading into that game, that's going to be a fucking war game. That's going to be an early playoff game. It's going to be cool. Lions fans are in for a fun year. You guys know what it now feels like to have been a Patriots fan my whole life. Isn't it crazy how exciting football can be going? It's like, I just can't wait for football to start. Holy shit. Yeah, Lions should play still like they're the little shitheads of the NFL. Like, no one believes in them. If they can keep their edge, which I think they're going to be able to do, that's a dangerous football team. Again, if they can keep that mindset that it's them against everything in the world of football, then I think that's a good football team to be. As long as they don't get a big head, they'll be good. All right, though. I think that's about it for me, guys. And then again, you also have to deal with the fact that Packers retooled their football team really quickly. That'll be fun. Bears, they're a year off. Vikings are like a year off. Dude, that comeback year kind of was the year that 9-8 season where we all know what we're talking about. Yeah, that was important. That established what that team was going to be, and then they rode that last year, and now this is their identity going forward. Very hard to beat football team. And you know, one of the things that I think has been one of the most important reasons they draft, talent's one thing, because I do think there's a lot of close talent in the NFL. It's all like right at the same kind of level. But there are certain guys, due to like what's up here, like they hate losing. They do not care about personal success. And all they care about is winning and the team succeeding. And the Lions will not pick up players who do not fit that mold. And when you go get a bunch of guys who are obsessed with winning, like they get bothered by the act of like even thinking about losing fucks them up. Very unselfish guys who are very committed to winning. They don't. It's just the idea like you go get winners. Like, and there's a certain kind of thing that's a winner. And the Lions seem to just get guys who win. Like they have these like you can see like they're obsessive with it. Like look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. He hates not being number 1 at whatever he can get his hands on. Penei Sewell, Jared Goff, all those linemen they have, all those receivers, they're like perfectionists. They want to be the best because they know if they're the best, that means wins. And I think as a culture, that the fact that that's what they're setting up as, they become obsessed with that idea of like we gotta win. And there are teams that don't have that. They just go for whoever is the most talented guy, like the Raiders. Raiders, if you're fast and strong, they'll pick you. They'll pick you over a guy who's a little slower and one of the smart minds of football. Like if they didn't know and they had to pick between Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, 1,000% they're going to take Lamar, probably every time. Like a player like that over the slower, maybe, you got to kind of look into the player a little bit. Whereas the Lions will take the guy you got to look into a little bit every single time. Like even Jamison Williams, I didn't understand that pick, but seeing as how he's developed as a pro, even Jamison fits the mold of the kind of player the Lions take. Obsessive about winning, very team first oriented, does not give a single fuck about his statistics. Would really like to be the best though, but hey, I'd rather win games. Um, Whereas, like Jameson, I was the one pick where I was like, how he doesn't really fit with. And then now that I see what he is in year 3, I'm like, oh shit, that is a very mature football player. That is a very dedicated football player. That is a very I'm glad he went to the Lions because I don't know if the rest of the league could have brought that part of him out. He went to the perfect situation for himself. Dude, yeah, and he's going to have a breakout year because the Lions were patient and they developed him correctly and they never rushed it. They didn't force it. They didn't put pressure on them. The fans were, for the most part, very patient with Jason. Dude, just give us just something decent, something that can hit, some offense. But all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been 2.5 hours. I may be live tomorrow or Thursday. I just don't know. I'll keep you posted with stuff. I just, yeah, if you guys want to give us that, that'd be cool. Maybe you want to trade us Naylor? Hey, you guys got one now in Detroit. It's a fun thing to see. It's fun to watch. The real Lions fans deserve this football team. The guys who were watching the Patricia days just going, please let us be good. What the fuck did we do to deserve Matt Patricia? Like those fans, the ones who are just like, why? What did we do? We had such a good little team building. Yeah, if you sat through the Caldwell days, the Mariucci days, and what's crazy is they did the right thing. Like I will always defend the Lions for firing Caldwell and going and getting a different coach that could take them further than 9-7. I'll always defend the move. Boy, oh boy, did Matt Patricia just not work out. He's just not a head coach. Holy shit, was he not a head coach? If they had gotten the coach right, that would have been the right move, though. That would have been perfect. The Lions probably would have been a very good little team had they gotten the coaching move right. Caldwell, Jim's a great man and a good coach for a game that existed 10 years ago. Like for when he took over the Lions, like 2014, 15. He'd have been a great coach in 2000 era's football. Like a great head coach. He would have been very good for mid-2000s football. It's the same thing with Mike Zimmer. Those guys, the game past, they're great coaches. And they're like borderline like elite coaches, very good player development guys, very likable coaches, but like something like Rex Ryan, similar thing happened to him. He could never be a head coach, but he'd be a very good defensive coordinator probably still. The game, like the full game passes them by in like this weird way where they just can't, they could probably still coach individual sides of the ball, but like the game has fucking, it leaped them and they went, whoa. It kind of happened with Belichick in offense. He has a deep misunderstanding of how to run a modern offense in the NFL. His defense is so ahead of where the football is. It's that's very good. But the Patriots offense is stuck in like the 2000s. The offensive, like Bill doesn't know how to stop running quarterbacks really. He struggles with that. He doesn't really understand running with the football as a quarter. Like the whole thing, you can see like he's got a very old mindset for that position. And for that like group of people, that's probably his biggest problem is he offense leaped him. I started being a diehard in 2015 when you were 7, picked up football right away and fell in love with. Yeah, see, my thing was like I didn't start watching football till I was 11, 10 years old, and maybe 12 already, maybe 11, 12. And then there was the 03-04 Super Bowl between the Patriots and Panthers. So my literal thought process here was, this is the first time I ever watched football. Whoever wins, I'm a fan of. There's an alternate reality where I'm a Panthers fan. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'd just be like, at least we got that one Super Bowl over Brady in them. That's That's pretty cool. I've seen one Super Bowl in my life. I'll never see another one. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I had almost a whole different. Yeah, dude, it's literally that close. See, I've always kind of liked that. I've always had this weird soft spot for Carolina too. Well, like I don't really hate on Carolina. I don't say bad words about them. I'm just like, nah, there's a whole different world there. Plus, they had Cam Newton, and I like Cam Newton. Yeah, either way, I got Cam Newton, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, I would have loved to have experienced Cam Newton as a fan of the Panthers. That would have been unbelievable. You got to remember, I'm a big Cam Newton fan too. He's literally one of my favorite all-time QBs. But fucking, the injury. That injury, when I saw that shit happen, I went, oh no, he's never going to be good again. And I was fucking right. And then I've been scared of quarterbacks like that ever since. Like, I'm terrified for Josh Allen. I really hope he doesn't have that happen to him. He seems a little bit smarter of a runner than Cam Newton. Like, he's not as errant, but he still does some dumb motherfucking shit, dude. And it makes me very nervous to watch him because it's like the second he hurts his shoulder, he's fucked, just like Cam was. The same player. Yeah, I got it. You have a good day too, man. I'm out of here as well. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Congrats again to the Guardians. We'll be live again as soon as I can. I'll let you guys know via like community post. I may miss the next game because I may be moving, kind of like up in the air. It's like a 50-50 thing. So, alrighty. You guys got anything important? If not, I'm out of here again. I appreciate y'all. It's been a fun run here at the old place. If I don't see you for a while. But I'd be back like Friday or Saturday, so it's not a big deal. Again, I'll keep you posted on everything. All right, everybody? All right, take it easy. Go Lions, go Patriots, and of course, it's always go Tigers, even if we did get 2 games swept. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or maybe, well, I don't know. I'll see you guys when I see you guys.